The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of this station, its management, the staff, the listeners, or anybody else.
The following program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Doctor, we're losing him.
Nurse, 50 cc's of rock.
Stat! That much rock could kill him.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Your perceptory senses are in for fun, and some thrills, some amazement, we think complete enjoyment.
Now, let's have a look and see what makes them so popular.
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the show.
Welcome. This is the G-Spot. I am Crazy G.
Hi there, this is Katie from the Mahones.
Well, hello, Katie. Thanks for calling in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest right before we did the show opener. That was a couple tunes from the band, the Mahones. Let's see what we had there. We actually had Angels and Devils, and we played Kicking It Off was Whiskey Train. And right now on the phone we have Katie KABOOM McConnell. She is the accordionist and vocals for the Mahones. Hello, Katie.
Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful. Thanks for calling in. Welcome to the G-Spot. Glad you could join us. How are things?
Things are wonderful. We just got home from about a 14-month tour, so really pleased to be home and doing a bit of relaxing.
Wow, well, it sounds like you deserve it after 14 months. You guys have been around for quite some time. What do you attribute your longevity to?
Stubbornness and stupidity, really. It's a combination of both. No, we just really, really love the music we play. We really love what we do. It's pretty hard to complain when you get paid to play music for a living. So as long as we can keep this going, we will. Finney always says that we're going to be like the Dubliners with long beards on stage when we're 70, myself included.
So for those who may not have heard of you, could you tell us a little bit about the Mahones?
Yeah, the Mahones are an Irish punk band out of Canada. The singer's from Dublin, and we all have Irish roots. And the band started on St. Patrick's Day in 1990 and was one of the very first Irish punk bands out there. We have 12 albums. We've toured over 30 countries, and we're delightful.
Yes, you are. I absolutely incredible. I like your stuff. It's definitely high energy. Your latest EP, I believe, is Angels and Devils.
That's right.
It's just what you're about. Did you do anything different with this CD compared to your previous releases?
Yes, we really did. We changed studios for this one. So the past couple of CDs had all been recorded at the same studio, and we went a bit bigger this time. So we went to a bigger studio, and we sort of turned everything up to 11. We made everything a lot louder and bigger, and I really love it. It's my favorite album so far. And we have another album, a double album coming out next year, and we're going to try to go even bigger on that one.
Well, that's cool. The self-titled track, Angels and Devils, really captures who the Mahones are musically. What was it like writing that particular song?
Well, that has nothing to do with me. Finney wrote the songs. I just play accordion. But I know that for him, the concept of Angels and Devils was this idea of good versus evil, and he sort of wanted to pay tribute to all of the original punkers, so like the Rebellion Festival punkers and the Cocksparers of the world, and I think he even says Doc Martin Stompers in there. So he does like to the original pioneers of punk rock, and we really like that one. And then Jake Burns from Stiff Little Fingers, who is Finney's guitar god, he plays the song as well. We were very lucky to get him on there.
Whiskey Train is also rockin' and high intensity, like everything you guys do. What's it like performing this song live?
Oh, it's so much fun. All of the songs, I mean, we have a really, really energy-packed show. It's the best. Somebody told me the other day I should make an accordion workout video just because of how much we move around on stage. So playing all of them live, it's all the same. It's really fast, but it's really fun. It's really loud. I think I'm going a bit deaf, to be honest.
It looks like you guys have been all around the world. Do you feel the reception is different from place to place?
Yeah, I guess so, but we're really lucky in that we sort of have a really good group of like a really nice following, and we have really good relationships with our fans. A lot of them have become good friends over the years, and we're lucky enough to be pretty close with most of them, and we sort of make it a point to as well. But yeah, the reception is always different everywhere we go, but it's always been good. Like, we've never really run into any negativity. We went from Moose Jaw, Canada, to Moscow, Russia this year, and it was just all awesome. It was just all a really, really good time, and the shows were all great, the fans were all great. I think I yelled at one guy in Italy, and we put it on our live album because he was being a bit of a pervert. But other than that one guy, it was a good year.
Well, let's hope you don't have any more in the future. According to your website, you are going to release 2 more EPs, one live and one studio.
That's right, and the studio one is, actually they're both double albums. They both have a whole lot of tracks on them.
I noticed that. A Great Night on the Lash live in Italy, February 11th, 2014, and The Hunger and the Fight sometime in 2014.
Yeah, that's going to have a staggered release. So we're going to release The Hunger in August and The Fight in November, I think, November or December.
Ah.
Release them as a box set the following year, too. A whole lot of music out there next year.
So can you tell us what it was like making those?
The live album was super fun. That was at Rock and Ring Festival in Italy, and it was in an arena, and I think Suicidal Tendencies played the night before us, and then we played on the Saturday night, and it was a packed house. It was so much fun. It was a really great night, minus that one guy that I yelled at, but that track is actually hilarious. And it was great. We played for about 2 hours, and we had a really great time, and the crowd was wonderful, and Finney is actually at the studio right now just doing the mix on it and getting it all EQ'd and whatnot.
Awesome. I can't wait. You guys, like I said, definitely high energy. Where does the band draw its creative energy from?
Oh, that's a hard one. I mean, again, we love music. Like, when we're on tour or when we're at home, there's just a constant playlist going from, the Ramones and the Clash and the Dubliners and the Pogues to just everything. Like, we just love music, so you can sort of find inspiration in everything.
Who are some of your and or the band's musical influences?
Well, the band lists them, and they're mine too. I mean, we listen a lot to, the Ramones and the Clash and the Who. I personally am a big fan of Rancid and Against Me and Bad Religion. Then, of course, the Pogues and the Dubliners and the Chieftains and the Irish stuff, Stiff Little Fingers, the Undertones. We have a long list of musical influences, and now we get to play with bands like Dropkick Murphys, who are in the same genre, who are amazing.
Right, they're local boys around here.
Oh, we love them. They're like family to us.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys, just incredible, some of the tunes I was listening to. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans out there of the Mahones?
Oh, thank you so much for being fans. We could not do this without you, and we are honored to be able to record and perform music for you. Thank you.
I know we just discussed your upcoming releases. Are there any plans for yet any other CDs after these? What is next for the Mahones?
Well, we've just started our own record label called Whiskey Devil Records, and we signed a distribution deal so that we're hoping that we can start working with other bands too, bands that we believe in too. So we're going to be putting out a lot more music. We don't plan on stopping anytime soon. There are always going to be new records and new tours, and now we're hoping to also put out more music from other bands that we believe in and that we want to work with.
Well, that's pretty incredible.
Really excited about it.
How does that play into with you? I mean, does it interfere with your creative flow as far as putting music out when you're trying to start this, or does it work hand in hand with the label that you guys started?
Well, Finney and I make a pretty good team in that Finney and Dom are really musical, and they're always writing songs, and they're always listening to music and playing music. And I'm pretty good at kind of getting organized and making sure we hit deadlines and get to the shows on time. So it's a pretty good team. We're sort of with all of us together, we're sort of able to handle both sides of the business, which is great. Because sadly, it is a business. We wish we could just make music and have fun all the time, but you got to pay the bills too.
No,
you have to try to do it as honestly and ethically as possible, right?
Exactly.
But we started our own label, so we can do that.
Nope, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, you guys just played a couple shows here in the New England area in Massachusetts and I believe Rhode Island. What was it like performing for the Massachusetts and or Rhode Island crowds?
It is always wonderful. In Boston, we had Scruffy from the Murphys came up and introduced us and did a song with us, and he's a dear old friend. And all the shows out there were great. It's always great. You have some amazing local bands, and people there love local music, and that's not true everywhere, but it's definitely true in New England, and we appreciate that.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't get to catch your show. I wish I could have, but I hope you come around in the future so I can see you again.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to hear more stuff from you guys.
Thank you so much.
You know, I've taken up enough of your time here.
Oh, it's no problem. I was folding laundry like the rock star I am.
Yeah, I know. I got to go home after I'm done and do the same thing. So, on a Friday night yet.
Yeah. It's got to be done.
Yeah, you're right. It's got to be done. You know, I'd like to thank you for taking the time. I want to thank NewEnglandConcertReviews.com for hooking this up. You know, I wish you the best, the Mahones the best. I hope to hear a lot more from you guys in the future and get to see you finally, too.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me.
Anytime. Again, this is, ladies and gentlemen, Katie KABOOM McConnell, accordion and vocals. Just before I let you go, I have to ask you one question.
Yeah.
And I should have asked you earlier, but I completely forgot. What's it like playing the accordion?
It is so much fun.
How do you incorporate it into rock and roll? Is it hard?
I've always jokingly called it hard accordion. You know what? It's just if you watch us live or if you watch us on YouTube, you can sort of see it's. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I think that shows on stage. Like it's just a lot of fun. It's like any instrument. I sort of rock out with it like I would holding a guitar. You know, it's just good fun. And when you're playing live and you're having that much fun, it's hard not to have it sort of shine through.
Well, that's cool. I was, like I said, I was very curious about that because you don't see too many in music. I mean, as far as metal, rock and roll, punk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's a cool instrument. I mean, I grew up listening to it and, you know, different genre, but it's very cool. And I always wondered how that coincides with the certain genres and if it's easier for one or not. So, okay, listen, I thank you once again. I thank NewEnglandConcertReviews.com for getting Katie to give us a call. And again, I wish you the best, the Mahones, the future for the Mahones, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Thanks so much. Have a great night.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Katie KABOOM McConnell, accordionist and vocals for the band Mahones, right here on the G-Spot. We'd like to thank NewEnglandConcertReviews.com for arranging that, and it was a great time talking to her. Very nice, very down-to-earth, and for somebody who plays high energy, she seemed very calm, very cool. So that was awesome. We're going to get back to some music here on WSUR. This is Lita Ford, Devil in My Head.